Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I am Miriam Dow. On this channel we talk about real estate, financial freedom, traveling the world, and a lot more. So you're gonna love it here. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all, I'm on my way driving to New York and I just wanted to talk to you guys. But I dropped a video on my TikTok the other day, so if you're not following me on TikTok, go ahead and follow me. My handle is I am Pupe Sira, and I'll put the spelling on the screen. That's my handle on both IG and TikTok, so go ahead and follow me. So I dropped a video and I was talking about diversifying your portfolio, right? And investing in other countries. And the country, that I just came from was Dubai. And you guys saw that I dropped a video touring a rental property over there. So I just wanted to go a little bit more in detail because I saw you guys had a few questions under that video. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even answer any of these questions. I literally just filmed the property and put it on there. So basically, what I love about the concept of investing in Dubai is that, first off, when you're not a UAE citizen, your very first property that you're investing in Dubai, you got to put 50% down. So what I like about this is you can always start small, right? You can start with a studio, and some of the studios that I saw when I was there, they were going for like $150,000, $160,000. Once it's converted into the USD, that's what the prices were. So if you come up with 50% down, you pay a 4% fee on the property. So that 4% fee is the only fee you're paying. And that's kind of like a fee that you're paying to the government. And then after that, there's no taxes, y'all. And I did my taxes today, and I'm looking at how much I paid in my taxes for my primary residence, for my real estate properties, and it just goes up and up. And I didn't even know that I was paying this much in taxes. It's not until all the people sending you the forms. Airbnb sent me, how much I made last year and all that, and like you see how much you pay in taxes, and you're like, listen, y'all, I have 4 kids, so there's certain things that I just can't overlook anymore, okay? Because that money could be going towards an account for my babies. That money could be going towards other stuff. So this world is too big for me to just sit here focused on these U.S. properties, especially when they're making it so much harder and harder and harder to invest in the U.S. It's like they want an arm and a leg. Like, I'm going through so much right now with my current property that I'm renovating. The town called me yesterday, and like he's like the inspector. He goes around inspecting the properties, and I'm gonna drop the link to the video right here. When I bought this property shortly after, they almost was about to have a warrant out for my arrest because a little hole that was in the foundation, and they wanted me to cover the hole up. This man is sending me these letters while I'm out of the country. When the summer comes from June to September, I'm not here, nowhere to be found. I'm everywhere but the US. So they're sending me these letters. I'm not home, and they're like Zoom links to meet with the judge on Zoom. So they sent it twice while I was out of the country, and then by the third one they said if I don't make it in person right away, that there's going to be a warrant for my arrest. And that's when I finally had came back, thank God. So I saw it and contacted the courthouse. But I'm just like, what is all this? So it's like, y'all doing all this. So now the guy calls me yesterday, and he's like, I need you to put a fence around the foundation because it's the foundation is exposed and there's steps down there. But he's like, if someone falls, they can. So I'm like, well, if someone falls, first off, they're trespassing because there's a no trespassing private property sign on that motherfucker. So if someone decides to walk it's like it's a lot of feet, okay? It's like maybe 30, 40, 50, 60 feet from the sidewalk to the motherfucking foundation where the hole is. So if someone decides to walk all up all my shit being nosy and falls in the motherfucker thinking they about to sue me, I'm going to sue them. We just gonna be suing each other, counter sue, because why are you on my property? And I'm like, you sitting here calling me about this, and this gentleman gave me his information, and he was like, anytime you have any problems, let me know. Like, he knows all the inspectors. And I called him like a month ago trying to get some help with this property with the inspectors, and he didn't call me back. So now you call me. I'm like, well, I called you. I'm not sure if you saw it, but you told me I could reach out to you. And the problem I'm at right now is I had to dig like a 6 feet, 10 feet hole to have my plumber cap off the sewer line. The first plumber I hired ran with my money after I gave him like a $400 deposit. Second plumber did it. I think I paid him $1,500. But then I didn't know he had to fill out all this paperwork with his license and stuff. So once, and this is a plumber that I've been using for the past 3 years. I recommended this plumber to a lot of you guys, and you guys like were praising him because he knows his job, and he's licensed in Jersey and Pennsylvania. So now when I needed him to fill out the paperwork, I'm calling him, and this is like 2 months after the job is done, and he's like, oh, I'm in Atlanta. I'm like, bro, I will give you gas. Please just go to your nearest post office, fill out this paper that I just emailed you, send it to me with a stamp of whatever so I can take it to the town. And he just ghosted me. And I was just in disbelief, because why would you mess up this relationship over some BS? So then I had to go ahead and pay another plumber like almost $600 just so he could put his license paperwork on the paperwork. And I was just like, so much is going on. Now I scheduled the meeting, the town, for them to come, and they come, and just because there's some leaves in the hole, they're like, oh, they can't get access to it. So they want me to drag my ass 2 hours to go over there and clean it, because they are Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They can't get down and dirty. So I'm like, okay. The second time around, I was like, can you guys please tell me what time you're gonna come, and I'll try to make it. Please keep in mind, I have to leave there by 1 p.m. because I have to be able to pick up my kids at 3, and this shit is about an hour, 2 hours in traffic. So she ignores the whole shit, and she's like, okay, anyway, you're booked for Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Like, that's just the time window. And then the man goes like at 9 o'clock, but they don't give me the time. I'm just like, this shit is so annoying. So I'm like, they refuse to check the hole because of some leaves in there. And now it was getting cold. And then I wanted to go, y'all, anyway, I don't even want to go down that. But anyway, investing in the U.S., I feel like, is becoming harder and harder and harder. And that's the purpose of me even creating this channel. Because when I started 4 or 5 years ago, I can't believe we're going on 5 years of me investing. When I started 5 years ago, there was no one that looked like me on the East Coast, in the New Jersey, New York area, talking about this, that I felt like I could watch them and actually trust what they're saying without them shoving a $50,000 course masterclass down my throat. That's why I created this channel. So now I'm telling you that we need to start taking our money where we are appreciated. I'm spending so much money on taxes, it don't make no motherfucking sense. You get what I'm saying? The 1% is barely taxed, and people who are trying to do what it do is taxed like there's no tomorrow. So when I went to Dubai, what I like about it is that when you buy your first property, you do have to come up with 50% down. And I know that's hard, but a lot of you are already homeowners that watch my videos. So you could easily pull out the equity in one of your homes and use that as a down payment. My mom's calling me and I'm surprising her, so I'm not answering her phone call. So the first property, you put 50% down, right? Now, when you buy these properties, what I like about Dubai is the first property you put 50% down, there's no property taxes. The only fee is that first time 4% fee that goes to the government. The other 50%, they have payment plans and finance plans with the town. Now, Dubai is a Muslim country, which means interest is haram, like that's forbidden within the Muslim religion. So I get mixed stories on this. I hear that there's no interest, and then I hear that there is interest as low as like 4%. I hear that there's low interest, it's just not as high as how like these properties are in the US. So I hear mixed stories on that. But any time after that first property, first off, the benefit of buying that first property, you become some kind of resident. I don't know if you get a gold visa. They have different kind of visas. But if you buy like a property, I believe that's around 200, like a little bit under 300,000, you get a certain visa. And if you buy a property that's a little bit over, I think around 500,000, I think you get like a 10-year visa, something like that. So there's different tiers for this, but you automatically become like a resident, like a UAE resident. It's almost impossible to become a UAE citizen from what I'm hearing. And as you know, Dubai is like 10% Emirati. Like everyone else, it's like a melting pot. Everyone else is like immigrants or expats from other countries, right? So every property after the first property now, you only put 20% down. So I love that model. Now, if you wanted to go the long-term rental route, they're not paying month to month. Your tenant is not paying you month to month. You come up with a contract with your tenant, but they're either paying you quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. So you're either gonna get a check every three months, every 6 months, or every year. Literally, they pay the whole year. up front. Y'all, I mean, what kind of, I was hesitating and for you guys that don't know, I talk about real estate, but I have never had a long-term tenant before because I'm scared shitless with all these squatter rules. I mean, a lot of these laws in the U.S. don't even be making no damn sense because the majority of landlords are small-time landlords. Like, the majority of landlords are not like having 100 million properties. People be having 2, 3, 4 properties. So if the tenant decides to stop paying their part of of their rent and leave you with that bill, and then the city is telling this tenant that they have the right to do so, and you go into court, you gotta pay. That's why I'm like, yo, let me do my little short-term rental, get them up out of there 3-4 days, especially if you get on my nerves. I know that at the end of this 3-day reservation, I never have to deal with you again. So I'm really interested in looking into other places. Now, I did go to Mali, my hometown, this summer, and I didn't even tell y'all about the stories there. So the property that I stayed out there was one of my mom's properties. So I renovated the whole property, the whole apartment building, and me, my family, we have the whole apartment building to ourselves. It's 6 apartments in there, and I put little snippets in one of my videos. But I was dealing with contractors renovating that, and I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but I wanted to test this market out. And in my head, I'm like, oh, Mali, West Africa, this is my people. This is a Muslim country, so these contractors are going to be honest. Oh my God. Boy, was I wrong. When I say at least the contractors in the U.S. have ethics. Like, at least they know, like, the licensed ones, like, if they fuck around, they will find out. That's not the case in Africa. None of these people have licenses. They're doing whatever they want to do. This man, I mean, I went through so much. So I was just like, I want to invest in Africa, but not right now. Because I have to physically be there to be on top of them. The way they were conning me was diabolical. So places like Dubai, the UAE, Qatar, Thailand was another place that I was looking at, Bali, like, I see a lot of people go and invest in like these short-term rental properties, and they make a lot of good money because they're really nice destination places. It's less expensive to get into, and then it's a nice place for you to go visit, whenever you want to. And then a lot of people are now working remote, gives you the opportunity to take your US dollars, your earned income from the US, and take it to a country where that money is stretching even farther. So I'm having all these ideas in my head. My mind is spiraling, but I'm just like really, I feel helpless. Like all these property taxes I'm paying, all these fees, and it's like the town inspectors don't even want to work with you. Like, they giving me the runaround just to pass this permit. I done paid all these deposits to all my subcontractors. I'm talking about the framers, the electrician, the plumber, because I had them fill out the permits, and no one's gonna go put their license on the permit application without you breaking them with some bread. Point blank, period. Because at the end of the day, like, if their license is on there, you decide to go work with someone else after their information is with the town, they could lose their license. So I'm just going through a lot of that, and those are the kind of thoughts I was having. But I feel like it's a really good concept. You don't have no property taxes. Now, a lot of people were in the comments saying that they heard that you never actually own the property in the UAE. So I got to do more research about that. But y'all, we need to just start thinking outside the box. The U.S. is not the only place where we can invest. You get what I'm saying? I just wanted to discuss the benefits, pros and cons of investing out of the country. So places like Dubai, where they give you residency, there's no tax, so you don't have to deal with that. Yes, it's going to be a large lump sum up front, but I feel like with tax season around the corner, with pulling money out maybe out of your 401k, your IRA, it could get done. Like, the people that watch my videos, y'all be having the resources. Y'all just be needing the ideas. And I'm the type of person, I want little time to go between an idea that goes in my head and actually execution of that idea. I want the smallest amount of time, because the more time goes in between the thought and the execution, the less of the chance is going to happen. So just think about those things that I talked about. There's always going to be cons when you're investing in a country that, is foreign to you. But we just need to look outside the box. Like, I'm not talking about just, the UAE. Jamaica. Like, there's so many places. I follow this guy on YouTube. I think he invests, like, he be investing like in Italy and Spain and stuff like that, y'all. There was these properties in Italy because it was like the town was dying out, so the Italy government was giving them out for like $1. So you buy the property, but they're like in really, really bad shape. I forgot what year that was happening, but like, y'all, look in the international Google, okay? Don't just be stuck in the US. Look, because at this point I want peace. At this point I think I want peace more than money. I want peace more than money. When I started this, I was like, I want money. I'm trying to, but now give me peace, please, because the United Stress of America. All right, y'all, that's it for today's video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.